welcome to Strength and Size Mastery. I am your instructor Rutik Jasti, and I am going to be teaching you how to build muscle effectively based on science-based workouts. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. The reason I started this course is because when I was a beginner, I struggled a lot to work. I struggled a lot, you know, to build muscle and know what exercises I should do. I had to learn all this stuff by myself, and that took a lot of time for me to do. So I made this course so that you could learn what I learned in 4 years in 40 minutes, and also place the course at a cheaper value so that every one of you who want to start working out could buy this course. Even if you're a student, you could afford this. Thank you, and you may proceed to learn the course right now. Welcome to Strength and Size Mastery. I'm your instructor Rutvik Jasti, and I'm going to be telling you the easiest way to grow muscle and also 5 essential classes to build muscle effectively. So, this course is divided into 5 sections. First section is going to be muscle growth and foundations. The second section is going to be full body strength routine. Third section is going to be nutrition and recovery. And the fourth section is final strategies, which will eventually help you to formulate your own guide. And fifth lesson is the final lesson, which will, give you the ultimate guide to build the muscle. So, without any further ado, we're going to start our class 1, which is muscle growth foundations. Understanding hypertrophy. So, what is hypertrophy? This is a term which is generally used a lot in bodybuilding. Hypertrophy is a process of increasing muscle fiber through resistance training. That's the textbook definition given right here on the table, on the PPT I'm showing you right now. There are essentially two types of hypertrophy. So the first hypertrophy is myofibrillar hypertrophy, which kind of increases the density of the muscle, which in turn increases the strength, the ability to lift. And the second one is sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which increases the size of the muscle. So you might have wondered, how do muscles grow if I hit the gym? So when you work out by either doing resistance training or any kind of training you want to, the muscles will form micro tears in them. Micro tears occur in the muscle due to resistance training, as you can see over here. So the body repairs these fibers, making them larger and stronger. The key factors influencing the growth are resistance training, protein synthesis and nutrition, recovery and sleep quality, of course. We're again back to myofibrillar hypertrophy, focused on increasing muscle fiber density, achieved by lifting with heavy weights for fewer repetitions. Rep is a short form for repetitions, which is for myofibrillar hypertrophy, you should be training 4 to 8 reps per set. And sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which increases the size of your muscle, you should be doing higher rep range, 10 to 15 reps per set. So we are introduced to another term called progressive overloading. This is applied when you gradually increase the weight you use, okay? Gradually increasing weight, reps, or intensity methods include increasing weights. So we're introduced to another term called progressive overload. Progressive overload is basically increasing your weights as you get stronger. That's how you put it in simpler terms. Increasing weight, rep, and intensity. Progressive overload doesn't necessarily mean increasing the reps or increasing the weight. It could also be intensity. So we're gonna move on to next slide. So the next slide is training frequency and adaptation. Training frequency for growth. So beginners essentially need 2 to 3 sessions per week. Targeting 2 to 3 sessions will hit your muscle group, hit that specific muscle group effectively. The next slide is going to be training frequency and adaptation. Training frequency for growth. So there are many kinds of lifters. So the beginner lifters should aim to hit at least a muscle group 2 to 3 times per week. That make sure that your muscle group is completely recovered. So advanced lifters should be hitting at least 1 to 2 times a week. to make sure that they're like at the peak, Yeah. So the next is neuromuscular adaptation. So training frequency for growth. Beginners should at least aim to hit the muscle group at least 2 to 3 times per week. That ensures that you'll have maximum amount of gains. So for the advanced lifters, you should be hitting 1 to 2 sessions per muscle group per every week with higher volume. So we're introduced to another term called neuromuscular adaptation. The nervous system becomes more efficient at recruiting muscle fibers, leading to increased strength and muscle activation. So we're back to common myths. So I'm going to debunk these common myths. Lifting heavy always leads to bulk. That essentially is not true, my friend. It mostly depends on your diet. More reps always mean more muscle. That's not actually true. Progressively overloading and the way you damage the muscle, not literally damage, but the way you form the micro tears in them is the key. So, to the next slide called practical application. So, we're here to practical application. This consists of workout demonstration, techniques to maximize growth, and example workout plan. Caution, this is just an example of the workout plan. You should not be doing this. I'm going to give you the ultimate plan at the end of the video. So wait till then. This course is not going to be much long either. So sit back, relax and enjoy. So workout demonstration. Squats, bench press, deadlifts essential for your overall hypertrophy. These are called compound movements, okay? The isolation exercises are bicep curls and leg extensions and flies for chest. They target specific muscle group. Techniques to maximize muscle growth. Pyramid sets, like you increase the weight by decreasing the reps. That's basically a pyramid set. And there's the other kind, time under tension, slowing down reps for better muscle activation. Like while you're struggling, you actually slow down the set. That will increase your muscle activation, in turn causing more micro tears that will increase your muscle growth. Forced reps, assisted reps, or even hitting partials after your muscle hits failure is really great to get maximum amount of hypertrophy needed. The workout plan, the example workout plan you have right here is squat 4 sets, 6 repetitions, progressively heavier. Deadlift 3 sets, 5 reps. You should not go heavy with this, bro. Bench press, pull ups, as you can see over here. That's the end of this class. I'm pretty sure you got a basic hang of every muscle. You should basic hang of hypertrophy and all. We'll meet in the other class. Thank you. So welcome back to our second class on full body strength routine. I am your instructor Rutvik Jasti and I'm going to be guiding you through this class as well. So the major key component while doing exercises are compound movements and isolation movements. So I'm exactly going to be telling you the difference between compound movements and isolation exercises in this class. So the compound movements work multiple muscle groups at once. See, when you squat down, your quads aren't the only muscles which are working. Your core muscles, your hamstrings, and every kind of muscle which is responsible for squatting you down is working. So while doing deadlifts, many muscles work during deadlifts. We don't even know what muscles work while deadlifting. Depends on your form. Mostly your back and hamstrings work during deadlifting. And next is bench press. Your core muscles and chest work most while bench pressing, and also your shoulders. Pull-ups are a really great way to train your back. Mostly your whole back is trained while doing pull-ups. I recommend for beginner lifters to train compound movements, okay? Training compound movements works multiple muscles, so I'm pretty sure that you'll have maximum amount of gains while you do compound movements. So next are isolation exercises. Isolation exercises mostly focus on single muscle group like bicep curls and leg extensions, as I've given another example, tricep pushdowns. So there's a really good exercises for lats. That's lat pullovers. Pullovers concentrate your lats since that's an isolation movement. Isolation exercises are really great to target single muscle groups. So you can hit bicep curls, leg extensions, tricep pushdowns, and also lat pullovers are really great isolation exercises. So, you want to know why compound exercises are superior for muscle growth compared to the isolation ones? The one of the major key is that it engages more muscle fibers. Also, it burns more calories and increases the overall strength. So, isolation exercises will essentially build a more muscle in beginner lifters compared to. Oh, I'm sorry. The compound exercises will build more muscle in beginner lifters more than isolation movements. So I recommend you doing compound exercises if you're a beginner lifter. So these are the key compound movements. So the first compound movement is squat. Proper stance, depth, and posture are essential to squat down. So the common mistake you do while squatting are knees caving in and improper depth. As you can see in the slide I've presented here. Deadlift. There are two kinds of deadlifts, conventional and sumo deadlifts. The importance of strong back and proper hip movement is really important to deadlift. When also while doing the conventional deadlift, it's really not good to arch your back, which is going to make your back sore. Not sore, it's going to ruin your back entirely. So, sumo deadlift, you have to be in an upright position. That's it for deadlifts. And the next, we're going to the bench press. So, grip width and bar path are really important while the decentric part of the motion, you have to push it in a straight if you have to push it in a curved manner, while in the eccentric part of the motion, you have to lower the bar down in a slight curved manner. I'm gonna be showing you later in the later videos with form and all. You have to also retract your scapula. The next one is enhancing workout efficiency. So you have to, there are many sets, supersets, like two kinds of different exercises which are performed simultaneously after complete one exercises and the other. So supersets are like two separate exercises which are performed back to back without any rest. So good example could be that once you do bench press, immediately you go and hit push-ups. And the next one are drop sets. So once you reach the failure with the weight you're using, you have to drop down that weight to a lighter weight, and you should do till you hit the failure with that weight too. And rest pause training. This isn't really, really good training. I don't recommend doing this. Training splits and live demonstration. Full body routine examples. So, if you want to hit full body routine, hit squats, deadlifts, and bench press, pull ups as well. As you can see in the slide I've given here, and also, if you want to hit push pull legs split, for example, on the push day, you should be hitting chest, shoulders, and triceps. That's going to be either Monday or whichever day you want it to be in. And on the pull day, you should be hitting back, biceps, and your rear delts. And during the leg day, you should be hitting your quads, hamstrings, and calves. This is a really good workout. You could also hit shoulders on leg day if you have enough recovery. I'm gonna during the end of the course, I'm going to show you every exercise with proper form and the way to perform each and every exercise of in this course. The class 3 is nutrition and recovery for maximum gains. So, macronutrients and their roles. Proteins are essential to build muscle, as you know. Carbohydrates fuel and support fats, which balance your hormones and, you know, joint health, recovery, and injury prevention. Importance of sleep and muscle recovery. So, while you work out, you need to have proper amount of recovery. You have to at least have 48 hours of recovery before you start, training the muscle group again. So common training injuries you have to avoid. Like you could do mobility drills and warm-up routines before you work out so that your muscles get warmed up, and that will decrease the injury of risk. Welcome back to another video. This is class 4 of our course. This is the whole wrap up of this course, and I'm going to be teaching you every form. After this video, the next video I'm going to be uploading, I'm going to show you every form, and I'm going to give you the ultimate plan of the video of the course. I'm pretty sure that you will be able to hit maximum amount of gains after this. So, building a sustainable lifestyle is the key, my friend. You setting long-term goals is also a key. You see, uh, you're not gonna be Mr. Olympia overnight. You have to work out for that. You have to work out every single day with proper rest. You have to do a lot of hard work. You have to keep track of your progress, and you have to adjust your training. Once you hit like a year or two mark, I'm pretty sure you'll know what you're doing. The class 4 is final strategies and wrap up, as we spoke. So the recommendations I give you for the final workout plan are three types: beginner, intermediate, advanced training splits, how to adapt based on your schedule, and I'm going to be telling you in another video. The key takeaway from each class are encouragement for long-term consistency, Q&A, and personal training advice. Welcome back to another class. In this class, I'm going to be teaching you what muscle groups you should be training, and what kinds of training you should be doing for each muscle group, and what exercises you should be doing for each muscle group. So let's get started without any further ado. So this part is the chest. The chest is mostly divided into three regions. This area is upper chest, this is mid chest, and this right here is lower chest. Okay, so for training your chest muscles, you should be doing at least one compound movement and one isolation movement. I recommend doing three movements overall to train the chest effectively. So for training your chest, do one inclined movement, one flat movement, and one fly. So you go ahead and start with flat bench, which will essentially target, your mid chest and lower chest mostly, and also a bit of upper chest. And next, go ahead and do incline dumbbell press. That will give you maximum stretch. Okay, you could skip. You could actually skip the flat bench with chest press, and you could do that. And later on, you could just end the chest workout with flies. Three major movements is enough for achieving maximum hypertrophy. This is what most of the m- muscle scientists also recommend doing. One flat, one incline, and one kind of fly is enough. Train So for flies, at least train them for 4 sets, going not essentially failure, going like having one rep in reserve to failure. The next one is triceps. As you can see in the back view over here, the triceps are divided into three major parts. So this is the long head, this is the medial head, and this is lateral head. So you could do regular. I recommend training two kinds of movements for training your triceps. One is going to be your overhead tricep extension, either seated or standing, and the next, I recommend doing them with cables. Doing the overhead tricep extension with dumbbells is the worst exercise you could possibly do. Just do the overhead tricep extension with cables. Okay, and the next one that will mostly put the tension over your long head. And the next movement you should be training for your triceps is regular tricep extension. Okay, that's really good to target overall muscle, overall tricep of your body. That will mostly target your medial head and lateral head, and the long head will be the secondary muscle which gonna work. And the next muscle group you're gonna be training on the same day are front delts. So to train the front delts, you don't need specific training to train front delts. That will mostly work on the chest day, and you mostly have to train side delts. I just recommend you spamming the lateral rises at the end of the workout to maximize your shoulder growth. And the next training on our split is going to be the back day. Back consists of three major regions. This is going to be the upper back. This region is going to be the mid back, including lats, and this region is the lower back. Okay, so upper back is mostly made of traps, rhomboids, and all, and rhomboids, infraspinatus, teres major and minor consist the upper back. To train the upper back, you should be doing wide grip rows. Okay, wide grip bar rows or barbell rows would work. To train the lower back, you should be doing either close grip rows, pull-ups, and all those stuff. And to train the lower back, you should be doing some kind of exercises like so. To train the upper back, you should do stuff like wide grip rows, either barbell rows or regular rows like close grip V bar rows. That would essentially work. You could do pull ups and lat pull downs to make sure that overall your roll or back works. Yes, that's mostly enough for backs. Two major movements are enough. Aim to go few sets till failure, and the remaining sets keep 1 to 2 reps in reserve. That's it to train your back. And for the lower back, you could just do lower back extensions. I'll show that form later on in the video. And the next part are gonna be our abs. Okay, to train our abs, you could just do cable ab extensions, or there's this abs training machine. You could just do the crunches like that. And there's this other machine as well that will. And to train the obliques, you could do Russian twist. That's really great. The next one is going to be our biceps. Biceps is divided into two heads. This is going to be the long head of your bicep, and this is the short head of your bicep. So biceps are like the easiest muscle to train. You just have two heads to train. So to train the biceps, you could just do regular bicep barbell or dumbbell curls. Any one of them will work easily. And the next one, if you have muscle imbalance, you could just do dumbbell curls. If you don't, you could do regular barbell curls. And I recommend doing preacher curls as well. You could either do preacher curls that will essentially on machine. If you don't have preacher curls on machine, just do Bayesian curls. Okay, Bayesian curls will give you maximum stretch. So the major movements I finalized doing for the bicep for beginners are Bayesian curls and preacher curls on a machine. These two are like the major key movements which will give you enough muscle. And to train your brachioradialis, which is like brachialis, which is between, the bicep and tricep, that you could just spam hammer curls. That is enough. That will show you the thickness, that will build the thickness of your bicep. And to train your forearms, forearms is mostly divided into brachioradialis and all, you can see in the picture I've provided here. So to train your forearms, you could just do the Uwe curls. You see in the reels, those stuff, or you could do the supinated curls that will not target your biceps. That will mostly target your forearms. Okay, and for y- the lower body, we're we're here to the lower body. So your lower body consists of quads, hamstrings, and calves. To train your quads, you should be doing. So we're gonna look at our legs as single muscle. like there it's we do on a single day. It's like divided into many muscle fibers, but we should be doing them on the same day. For your legs, you could do squat. The exercises I recommend doing are squats, RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, and finally for glutes, you could do hip thrusts, and for calves, you could do calf raises. Make sure that your leg is straight and not bent, because when your legs are straight, that will essentially give you the maximum stretch on your calves, which will cause more growth. So I recommend doing that. And that's it. So for leg extension, for legs, the final exercises I'm gonna be giving you right now are you go ahead and do squats after warming up, by the way. You go ahead and do squats. Next, you're gonna be doing leg extensions, two sets till failure, one set go 1 to 2 rep range in reserve, and the next one is going to be the RDLs or hamstring curls. I recommend doing the RDLs to train your glutes and hamstrings. And next, you're going to be training calves, either standing calf raises or on the calf raising machine, whatever you want to do. Just make sure that your legs is straight, and that's it. And also, one important muscle to train on your back day are rear delts. You could do reverse flies on the pec deck. That's enough. Thank you. Worked for me the best. And you could also emulate it to, achieve maximum amount of gains. So enjoy. The workout split is mostly push pull legs. This is a 6-day workout plan with 2 rest days between. You have to at least be training a muscle group twice per week. So I made sure that in this split, I made sure that you'd be able to train it twice a week. So on the day one, you're gonna be doing push. On day two, pull, and you're gonna be taking one rest day here. And day three, legs. You need a rest day after legs. So this you're gonna be taking another rest day after legs. And day three, push. Day four, push. Day five, pull. Rest day. And day six, legs. Another rest day. Okay. This plan will make sure that you'll have maximum amount of gains. So let's get started. So push. You should be training chest, triceps, and shoulders. As I told you in the previous video, you should be training uh, incline bench press, doing a flat bench press, and flies for your chest. Okay, you should not have like 3 sets for bench, 3 sets for flat, 3 sets for decline. You don't have to do that kind of movements. So just do 3 sets of incline, 3 sets of flat, and finally 4 sets of flies to as a finisher movement. So next, go for triceps. Okay, for triceps, as I told you, train 2 movements like tricep push down and tricep extensions. Those are like really great. uh, and for shoulders, you're gonna hit side delts and front delts. For front delts, you don't need specific training. And for side delts, as you can see, as I told in the previous video, you spam the lateral rises for 5 sets. That's enough. On pull, you should be doing back, biceps and forearms, and rear delts. Back, I've told you a few exercises in the previous video. Just you have to do those for 5 sets. Okay. Oh wait. All the bicep workout should be done with 5 sets. Okay. Just 3 sets of preacher curls, 2 sets of regular bicep curls is enough. And for back, the exercises I've told in the previous video, any one of those two would work. And for the rear delt, just do rear delt flies, okay, on the pec deck. And for legs, you should be training legs. As you can see in legs, you could do squats, deadlifts, extensions, and all, as I told you in the previous video. Just do those. Go a few sets till failure. Keep few sets in. Keep your sets. Keep few sets like with 1 to 2 rep range reserve. That's enough. On shoulder day, just do lateral rises. That's enough. And also on the first leg day, okay, in the split, day 3, do not do shoulders. And during the last leg day, I recommend you to do shoulders. Okay, that's it. Thank you. I hope you all will have maximum amount of gains, and we'll meet again in another course if I'm going to make one. Thank you. Goodbye.